Sup world, Jason here. Woke up. It's very sore. It's been a very tough week at work. So I think I'm gonna make a video today on just like a full day of recovery, eating, supplementation, activity, and just kind of go over some of that stuff because it's relevant in my life right now. So I'm going to start the day with this. It is this, which I thought was a good find. Reread the ingredients and it has sucralose. It has it checks all the other boxes, and it pisses me off that they added sucralose because it has no artificial colors, very minimal ingredients list, but yet really quality ingredients. But they put fucking sucralose. So I no longer recommend this, but I'm going to finish what I have. Aminos, energy, electrolytes, more electrolytes, potassium heavy electrolytes. Most people get plenty of salt. Most people don't get nearly enough magnesium or potassium. Then I'm going to do some NAC, and I put vitamin C into my drink. Vitamin C is very important for recovery of all of your bodily tissues. And I do this every morning. NAC, really good for liver detox. It helps create glutathione. It's actually one of the best ways to increase your glutathione, which is the master antioxidant of the body. Pretty sour, but the drink's good. The drink tastes really good. So, yeah, I'll take some more supplements here in a little bit, and I'll see you then. All right, so round 2 of the supplements, doing a bunch of stuff. Omega-3s, calcium, B-complex, selenium, K2, D3, CoQ10, and I'm gonna wash it down with more vitamin C, aminos, and creatine. And then I'm going to eat the eggs. I guess I'm probably gonna eat the eggs first. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a few. All right, so I'm having my second protein shake. I forgot to add that into the video earlier. So this is number 2. Bananas, protein, creatine. I think that's it today. So then I'm going to juice up some turmeric. Went to the store, grabbed some turmeric. Inflammation is the enemy of the body. Inflammation essentially speeds up aging and is detrimental to the body in many ways. Turmeric is, in my opinion, the strongest natural anti-inflammatory. And the fresh juice, or flash frozen juice, has the most of the beneficial nutrients, so that's what I'm gonna do. I flash freeze mine in ice cube trays and then pop one out whenever I want one, usually 2 to 7 times a week. So that'll really help with my recovery, with just all the work I've been doing, all the bending, scooping, walking. So yeah, and I'll see you in a bit. Forgot something. I usually have my apple cider vinegar shot with my protein shake. Helps slow down blood sugar spikes and helps increase digestion and absorption of minerals, nutrients, blah, 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 blah. Tastes like it smells. Tastes like it smells. Bad. You're supposed to dilute it more. So if you do this, dilute it more. It's very acidic, bad on your teeth. But I switch with baking soda water right afterwards. So see you in a bit. When it comes to recovery, the two most important things in my opinion are nutrition and inflammation management, which are very closely tied together. And as I said earlier, turmeric is the strongest natural anti-inflammatory. Small batch today. They didn't have, it was kind of old, and this was the freshest stuff. I peeled it to get rid of some of the skin and some of the nastiness, and also it's easier on the juicer that way too. So I'm gonna juice this up. I'm gonna take a shot, and then I'm gonna eat some food. So I'll see you for that. Alright, so here is my fresh turmeric juice. I put ice in there to help freeze it quickly. Then I put it straight into an ice cube tray, freeze it. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a shot real quick. I always take pepperine extract beforehand. Helps the bioavailability by a pretty massive percent. It's so cute because it's a tiny little thing. Taste earthy, light, kind of like dirt, but not really, not as much as like ashwagandha. Pretty mild, actually. It's ginger. People mix them up a lot. Ginger is very spicy, but turmeric just by itself is pretty mild. A lot of people mix them too, but yeah. So I think I'm gonna eat a cantaloupe now. See you in a few. All right, I just finished my cantaloupe. It's a little greener than I would prefer, but it was still good. Now I'm going to have a pile of pistachios. So see you in a few for dinner. I'm gonna eat this piece of pizza while I get dinner ready. I'm going to eat this Trader Joe's Caesar salad while I wait for my hamburger to cook. And now I'm gonna have a burger and over medium egg. Hello there. So it is the next day, and I wanted to go over the snacks I had for dessert last night. I'm pretty good about saving the junk food for the very last thing I eat. I found that's what works best for me. Not necessarily the most optimal way to do it, but what works best for you is the most optimal way to do it. And that's what works best for me. If I save that reward for the end of the day, motivating for me to eat as much whole foods and eat as clean as possible throughout the day to earn the snack at the end of the day. I shoot for 80% of my calories from whole foods, single ingredient items. You can process those however you want, but that's how I do it, or that's what I shoot for. But last night, after I went through that whole day of eating, I ate a lot of whole foods. I had half of an apple turnover and 4 Crunch ice cream bars, 2 Bomb Pops. So, granted, the turnover, the ice cream bars and the Bomb Pops is only a total of about 900 calories, which I ate 4,500 calories yesterday. So I haven't done the math on that, but finding that with the activity from my job, which is an absurd amount of activity, I have to eat an absurd amount of food to maintain my body weight, which I never really thought this was going to be a problem. I'm having to eat probably at least 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day to maintain 170 pounds, which I'm actually down to 164 today. After all that, after 4,700 calories yesterday, down to 164. So that is an unforeseen issue. I'm trying to eat the healthiest possible options to increase my calories to accommodate that. So I'm trying to eat as many nuts and seeds as possible, and as much like beef, fat, butter, to try to get those calories up without eating too many extra carbs. I ate an absolute ton of carbs, but 355. So yesterday I was at only 4,400 calories. 4,400 calories, 167 protein, 355 carbs, 250 fat. The calories have to come from somewhere. So I'm trying to spread it out as balanced and as healthy as possible. I think limiting carbs is important. Obviously, with the activity level, though, I burn through carbs very quickly, and my body is very good at storing carbs. So that's why 355 grams is fine. But don't necessarily want to go too much higher than that. And the type of carbs really matters. Obviously, fruit, rice. Fruit would be ideal, but like rice, anything that's not processed is much better than anything that is processed. And then candy is obviously the worst because it's processed, has all kinds of added chemicals, colors, this is that, and it's pure sugar essentially. So so that's a little bit of an just unforeseen factor, but yeah. So kind of want to conclude this video. I feel so much better today. My joints are feeling better. My back's feeling better. Everything feels good. So I would call yesterday a success. I'm going to do another turmeric shot now. I'm going to do 2 a day for a few more days. Just really minimize all of the inflammation in my body as much as possible. Also, I did a slow, moderately intense arm and shoulder workout last night. There's a very specific way you train to repair tendons and joints. Mainly it's slow, but at a moderate intensity or moderate resistance level. I think it was like 70 to 75% of your max, but very slow reps. Your tendons and ligaments don't get a lot of blood flow like the muscles do, so you have to go very slow to kind of force the circulation. So I did that. I've been having a lot of problems with my shoulders. Not a lot, but I've been noticing problems with my shoulders and elbows and wrists. I am scooping so much mulch, rock, dirt, digging, carrying wheelbarrows, picking up things, just carrying tools constantly, like heavy tools constantly. And I have kind of small wrists and hands, and it's not easy. It's not easy. So need to be mindful of that and basically just really focus on recovery and rest and doing things properly and not pushing it too far, knowing my limits, because I'm like 1 week into the season. Granted, my body will adapt and it will be easier also. Right now we're doing tons of mulch, so it's literally like scooping full trailers of mulch almost every shift for the last 2 weeks. But that's the name of the game. So need to get better at recovery, and I think I covered everything I wanted to. I'm gonna probably put up price too. People think food's expensive. You saw what I ate today? It was a lot of food, a lot of plants, a lot of the expensive stuff, and it probably was, if I had to guess, I bet I spent $15 to $20 on food. But how much money do you spend on food a day? If you go out to eat once, that's $10 to $20 at the absolute minimum. So if you go get a $7 Starbucks, like $20 a day can be expensive relative to a lot of people, but it's also very, very cheap compared to a lot of people. So you got to find what works best for you and just start working towards the right direction. So limiting processed foods would be the best place to start, in my opinion. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Until next time, I'm out.